Welcome to this season's final episode of Who's Chewing What, where you, the audience, decide who's chewing what.
That's right, we have an explosive finale for you. Yeah, we're gonna play a sound.
And then you're gonna lock in your votes of what you think who is chewing what.
Now, we've gotten some confusion about the vote locking process. Now, all you have to do is simply move the mechanism from unlocked to locked, and your vote will be locked.
I don't know what any of you don't understand. It's very clear, it's obvious, lock in your votes.
Because if you don't, you can't win.
Those are the rules. Those are in the fine print. If you don't lock in your vote, you can't win. So, with that, here's the sounds of who's chewing what. If you guessed Ryan chewing a Thai banana, you guessed correctly.
That's right, that was Ryan chewing a Thai banana.
The wonderful sounds of chewing, brought to you by No One Can Know About This. Remember, whenever you think chewing sounds on a podcast, think of our show. Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we are, part 2 of the season finale of season 3.
Guys, we're about to beat Final Fantasy VI.
It's been an insane journey to get to this point. I can't believe that we're actually here recording the beginning of the finale of this season.
By the time you're hearing this, Jeff and I have already absconded with all of your Patreon money to a beach somewhere far away, and we're playing Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. We went to that beach, and we're playing Final Fantasy VII there.
Today, yeah, I'm just like so excited to actually conclude the season.
Yeah. I can't wait to take stock of this whole experience and really ask ourselves, what did we learn?
The big questions.
If anything.
If anything.
We'll try to find out. But first we gotta beat it. So, let's do it! Let's do it!
But oh yeah, also Westworld. Oh yeah.
Okay, so sorry about this, guys. But before we get started for real, cast yourself back 6 months ago to a time when Westworld Season 2 had just began. The reason I'm telling you that is that this episode begins with us turning on the machine and then being like, wait a minute, did you see what happened this week?
We've been watching Westworld because I think it's maybe not very good.
So in that interesting experience of, remember that point in culture?
They say that it's good. I don't know what I'm missing.
We're angry about it. We get very upset. So let's get into it. The game is turned on and we're distracted.
The whole idea of why would I invest in this park? Seems like you can't make any money here. It's like, what the fuck are you how?
If you haven't seen Westworld, it's about a theme park of humanoid robots that look just like humans, and then the robots start killing humans.
Right. It's like, what if you could go to the Old West and have a shootout, but it's with a robot?
Right.
And the whole show tortures itself about, but why would anyone think that's a fun idea?
Right.
Before, when it was just that Anthony Hopkins managed it poorly and it didn't do well at one point, I was like, sure.
Right, yeah.
But the idea that
technology companies
nobody in
can
the world understands how this could be profitable.
That is bananas.
So unbelievable.
What I don't get is how the technology got to this place without it being profitable in earlier forms.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's just so profitable when you're not even close to that to make the leap, it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
They retroactively have decided that this park should be about Facebook for some reason, which is really a weird choice to me.
I'm so fucking upset about that. Where it's but you can understand what they really do when they're alone, when they think they're alone. What could you really learn about something? To what end? To sell them shit? Is that, seriously, to what end is this purpose?
But, Westworld is a theme park that, has obviously you can make money on this.
The concessions alone would be worth billions. This is a theme park, and they're talking about we just can't get anybody to come to the greatest theme park in the world.
Yeah, I think that there was, spoiler alert for Westworld Season 2, I think that there was a reveal that they were trying to make people immortal by turning them into robots or some shit like that, so it's not about Facebook in the end, but fuck off.
Well, in the end, it's not about anything, but that's a whole other problem that season 2 has. But I mean, Westworld is supposed to just be a show about robots that run amok and kill people.
Right.
But instead it's like an acid trip about financing your internet startup. Like,
and they keep trying to be like, you think that what the board's really interested in is some rich people playing cowboy?
Well,
and
you
it's
know
like
what
what they're really interested in is selling those rich people other things, because they're already selling them the park.
Yeah, and it's like they're not interested in robot armies. They're not interested in all the things you could do with these robots. Everything about that show is like really dumb, but presented as though it's really thoughtful. And the only times it's really working for me is when it's like Ed Harris being a dumb cowboy man shooting people.
What I like, the old-fashioned sci-fi idea of man creates a thing that winds up destroying man.
yeah, just give us an old-fashioned story where man creates magicite and then a clown gets it and runs amok and destroys the world.
Yeah.
I don't need there to be ulterior motives that matter at all.
Like, that's the
By
thing.
the
It's like,
board?
who cares about
The board?
It's so frustrating that it's going to take so long for me to see like the stupid conclusion of this stupid season.
I know.
Does anybody in our audience feel that way?
That's how you know something's good, is when you feel that way about it, right?
When you're like, I've got to wait. It's gonna take forever.
You're like,
It's gonna
not
be
only
like-
is Game of Thrones not ending this year, but I have to wait over a year to see the last 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Not only is this season not ending in last episode, there's a whole episode that's about to happen.
in our show.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, if you've been really looking forward to us getting to this point in the game, you've been waiting a really fucking long time.
No one can know about this. A podcast where we drag everything out for as long as possible.
That could easily be our subtitle.
Anyway, we should finish
this game.
but
I know.
there's TV to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, I don't wanna.
You know what's weird? The slave crown never came into play again. The slave crown is a thing that exists in this world that
What the
doesn't
fuck?
seem to like
Yeah.
matter at all.
That was like
They used it
a
one
device
time on one
to
person.
explain why her whole life. I have no idea where we're at, really. I know you were
I don't
doing this.
So we're back in.
We're back at the save point in the final dungeon.
Right, about halfway through it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I don't know where to go next because I can't remember which
Purged our
direction.
systems of the Westworld. And yes, I think I remember. I think I correctly pick left, and we begin walking left.
I think that down that way.
Oh, whoa. How do you play? Shoot. This may be really bad. Yep.
It's been like a few days since we played last. I've forgotten like all the buttons.
I wasn't ready for like a super hard fight right out the gate.
Probably worth it to just attack his body.
I can't do anything.
I know. See you next time.
Okay, yeah.
So we die here.
Yeah,
First, right out of the gate.
The first thing we fight is there's a boss fight that you just weren't ready for.
Yeah, so Les and her team die. Mm-hmm. It's game over, but I'm like, wait a minute.
There's still 8
other
others
teams,
out
yeah.
there.
You imagine that, like, if it did continue, the other two groups are like, what happened to them?
Yeah, where did you go? Man, yeah, last night my brother and I watched Tremors 6, A Cold Day in Hell.
Whoa.
It's so fucking bad, as you can imagine. I didn't expect it to be good, but like... like, partway in my brother was like, is that Jamie Kennedy? And I was like, oh my god, it is Jamie Kennedy.
It was?
Well, I guess he's been in some of them, but he was like, what happened to him? It looks like he's been like living on the street for like 10 years. Like, it was crazy.
Well, you had that experiment.
Yeah, that must have gone wrong.
Something went wrong with the experiment.
Like, at one point, there's like a very poorly executed love story between him and some hot chick.
Uh-huh.
And at the end, they kiss, and my brother and I both like physically recoiled. We were like, don't touch his face. Like, he looks sick.
Poor Jamie. I thought there were 5 and then a TV series. There's 6?
There's a TV series?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, yeah, that's why we watched it, because my brother partway through the day was like, oh my god, Ryan, I don't know how this is possible, but there's another Tremors movie that I haven't seen.
Well, let him know about the show.
Yeah,
I think it
well.
ran for like 8 episodes.
And yeah, it's edited in this crazy way where, like, it's like an hour and 37 minutes long. But it feels like they cut out whole chunks. Like, it makes so little sense.
Sparkly.
Oh, there's the sparkly. So that's just nothing?
It can't possibly be.
So that Tremors movie, thumbs down. But in the dungeon, we find like a switch, I think it is.
Right, but it's a part of a treasure chest.
It's like a red sparkle on top of a treasure chest.
It doesn't look like anything we've seen before, so we're like,
Yeah.
what?
There's a few things in this dungeon that feel like brand new, even if they're not quite.
Right, so we look it up.
I don't know how to look this up. Red sparkle, Kefka's Tower.
Yeah.
Not...
That's got nothing.
Well, I get a lot of walkthroughs for Kefka's Tower.
Examine
the shining chest to open up a path for Party A. That's what it says.
I re-upped on LaCroix and shit if you want one.
Oh, I'd love one. Dragon!
Hello! I gotta fight him with this crew, huh?
Yeah, this crew is good.
It's time for the final dragon.
Yeah, we find the last dragon. He's like sitting in a little throne room that I guess Kefka has made for him.
Yeah, he's got that. So was the other dragon in the
he
tower.
made
little dragon
red
throne
carpeting
rooms.
throne rooms.
Too bad they didn't make some really sweet, like, dragon sprites to fight. Instead, they're, like, slightly different versions of things you fought.
Yeah. I mean, what are any of the bosses really?
I mean, Atma weapon is pretty cool.
Atma weapon was pretty cool. There you go. I could feel that fight was going to be easier than the random encounter right before him. 8 dragons defeated.
All of them gone.
Defeated all 8 dragons. The dragon seal is broken.
What does that mean?
Something's happening. Receive
Oh,
the
we got the
Magicite.
last- right,
Crusader.
right.
The screen flashes red, and a crystal appears in your pocket. So it just happens automatically.
Yeah, this is a pretty classic thing where you get this item at a point in the game where it's like you barely have a chance to even use it.
Well, we're like at the very end.
I know, yeah. Which this is the only place you could get this item.
Right. So now you could theoretically walk around for a while and like get the magic that's associated with it.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I think this is a game design problem that they
Yeah.
still have to this day of like,
I
what
also
is the
think it's
purpose
weird-
of the last stuff?
yeah, I also think it's weird that you don't like break the dragon seal and then go to the layer of the dragon
No, it
seal
just,
and like
like-
get this thing. It just appears
just
when you do
pops
it.
in, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we did it.
We did.
Broke the dragon seal. Got the Crusader.
Isn't the Brachiosaur the dinosaur that doesn't actually exist? I'm pretty sure about this, because you know, there's a dinosaur that like we grew up learning about. That
I
it
don't
turned
know.
out was actually 2 different species that they just like cobbled together the bones and assumed it was
I mean,
this other
that
thing.
wouldn't shock me about literally any dinosaur.
There's a lot of
like
cases. of
literally
this.
any dinosaur that were like, this was real. And
Yeah.
if they were like, turns out it wasn't, I would be like, sure.
Because especially, like, there was, like, this rivalry between a couple of archaeologists where they kept wanting to be the ones who discovered various species of dinosaur.
Right.
And so they could, like, if they could convince the public that this dinosaur was real, then we don't think the Brachiosaurus exist.
Ryan, what do you think the archaeological world is like in a world where there's a million different types of monsters? And there've probably been other types of monsters.
Oh, you mean in the world of Final Fantasy
Yeah,
VI? I
yeah.
bet they don't even bother.
You don't think they
find
even-
a weird bone and you're like, yeah, I mean, lots of animals have weird bones. You know, I think that's probably the case.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, there's all these fucking people like making Bigfoot hoaxes for money.
Right,
Why
right.
aren't they just hoaxing dinosaur bones,
Oh,
which
you
you
could
could totally do, and nobody would even call you crazy?
Well, maybe like the scientific community would be like, no, that's not a dinosaur. We have like a procedure to
Right, they
confirm
would
these
get
things.
upset with you after you had tricked them and they all looked like fools.
Right, you're right.
That's when they would get mad at you, but by then you've already made your money somehow. I guess that's the part that's
Yeah.
missing. How do you make
How do you
money
make the
on
money?
fake dinosaur bones? Next season,
Well, I guess how do you
will
make
know.
money on Bigfoot not existing?
you sell merchandise and you get a TV show
So
or
you
whatever.
you make a TV show about hunting the dinosaur that never existed.
Next season, Jeff and Ryan discover an all-new species of dinosaur.
Oh my god, we
that
could.
could spit lightning and had acid coming out of its claws.
What if that happens? We could find.
I mean, we could find it.
I mean, we're gonna go for walks in the woods next season. You never know what we're gonna find.
I mean, I'm just saying that's our new business idea.
Yeah,
We're going to dedicate our lives to that.
look forward to it.
Now this is an interesting looking
See,
boss.
this is a crazy
Holy
looking boss.
shit!
Late in this dungeon, there are 3 separate major boss fights, and each of your party members, like each of the 3 groups, is going to have to fight one of them individually.
Right.
And we just ran into the first one.
And these are the 3 statues.
Right. These are like the monsterified living versions of those 3 statues.
The magic statues.
Which all looked like gargoyles before, and now they're like 3 very unique monsters.
Yeah, they've got some... They don't look like the statues we've seen,
No.
that's for certain.
But we're in a fight with one.
He's got a theme we've never heard. Is that a chain snake on a staff that's an axe?
You know
The-
I don't know. I can't look at it.
No, I know. I'm reacting.
He's got some
see,
kind
like,
of chain
4
around his pike or whatever.
I think it's an axe. I think he might be a guy with wings that's riding another claw, like scorpion thing.
I think he's got multiple faces on his. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
all
see.
one body.
There's a lot to take in. Oh, these red bananas, do you think they're fucking ripe yet?
I mean, we have to try another one now,
Yeah.
but I doubt it somehow. I
This
doubt
still
they'll.
doesn't feel right to me.
I feel like they must have been harvested improperly or at the wrong time or
These
something.
these are wrong bananas. I'm afraid to try this.
Well, we have to.
I know. I'm cutting it open. I mean, it's less green around the edges, but like, there's no way this is gonna be good. No. Oh my god, it's the exact same situation.
I think it's just a terrible banana.
How old is this banana at this point? This banana sat out for like a month, right?
Yeah, like trying to ripen.
And it didn't ripen at all.
Not even a little
It's
bit.
not, and it's not like it decayed either inside.
No,
it's just the same.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's an instant gag situation.
Okay, Ryan, I hold in my hands the legendary, the epic, the unknown Thai banana.
I've heard much about it. Many fabled things.
I've got a big bunch of it. I went to the Bang Luck market a couple of days ago. I tried to ask the guy who was stocking some stuff, like, which ones would be the best, and he was like, I don't know, and then really ignored me. Which I realize now, any
it's
of
not a
them would have
great
been
review
fine.
for the Bang Luck market.
Everything would have been fine. He was like, hey, just pick one.
But also, that's the kind of question, he's like, a customer walked up to me today and was like, asking me to pick bananas for him.
Right, exactly. And I was like, I felt like an asshole. And I like stared at like the variety of bunches of bananas, which like they were all green. None of them looked like the way I wanted them to look.
And after the red banana experience of a banana that just doesn't ripen ever,
Right.
it's a little bit
I was
disconcerting.
like, I don't know what to do here. Anyway, I picked what looked like the best, and now a few days later, they look like pretty good, normal.
And these have
yellow-
ripened actually,
Right.
naturally, like
They've
normal
turned
bananas.
from green to yellow. And I would say, like, they don't look like the world's greatest Thai bananas, but they look like perfectly normal, good Thai bananas.
They look
right?
fine to me.
All right, I'm going to rip one off. We're each going to have one. They're smaller and more stout.
The peel comes off quite easily.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna do this like I'm reviewing something on YouTube. When you unbox this banana, the packaging's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
Where's the unpeeling videos? Okay,
You ready?
let's try it. That does have a lot more of the banana flavor.
You know what? I bet if you let these ripen even a little more, because you're right, it's not super strong, but the flavor itself is it's closer to like banana flavoring than a normal banana.
Yeah, it's
if that
not,
makes sense.
This doesn't taste to me like sugar mush either. Like it's mushy. It is a banana.
It
but
definitely seems more plant-like. I don't know how to make that make more sense.
I know what you mean.
But the banana feels like such a standard issue thing to me. You know, this one, there's like some fiber in the middle there.
There's also like, that's a good size for a banana.
Yeah, I mean,
Weren't you complaining
You know,
that the banana's too
one
big?
of my problems with a banana is I almost always get halfway through and I'm left holding this sticky thing and going like, I really would throw up if I took another bite and chewed this whole thing.
Wow.
But this is manageable.
This is half a banana, basically, naturally, right?
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah. I don't think I like it any more than a normal banana.
No?
I mean, you know, I think it's possible that I just am not crazy about bananas, period.
I was going to say.
And maybe
like,
I
think
shouldn't
what we
even
mi-
be the one weighing in on the future
Yeah,
of
maybe
bananas.
you just should abstain from bananas
it's
on your
might
own
not even
and
be
let
my
the world
place
who likes
to be
bananas.
deciding the future of bananas.
Yeah, I don't think it is your place.
Well, I'll give up that fight. But for those out here who it is their place, never settle for a worse banana, okay?
That's right. One last thought on these bananas. There is one more banana out there, Ryan.
No, there's not. Come on. There is. What is it, Jeff?
I've heard that you can still get those gross Michelle bananas, the ones that apparently went extinct in the 60s. Apparently, like, they're super rare and they're super expensive, but you can get them.
I mean, I would eat that. I would. I don't...
I'm done with bananas. We're done with bananas.
I don't know how
show.
much more our show itself can tolerate the load of banana content.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think we got to be done with the banana conclusion. There's varieties of bananas.
Yes. I like the Thai banana.
I don't hate it, again, but it didn't knock my socks off. And I've come to accept that maybe no banana ever will.
Wow, look at this.
Oh my god.
Goddess.
Holy shit, that looks insane and awesome. And I'm experiencing something terrible in my mouth because of the chalkiness.
We're fighting a goddess.
What's her name?
Goddess.
Oh. You don't say.
Yeah, and these 3 boss fights leading up to the final one, it's like the art direction is like stepping up higher and higher and higher for each one.
They definitely put a lot of thought and effort into like the very end of this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would worship this.
Yeah. If that was a thing in the world.
It's definitely better than Jesus. It's more awe-inspiring.
Yes.
A little more threatening, maybe. What is happening?
Something awesome.
Well, she's going down. There we
Yeah.
go. Do you think these 3 boss fights were these were the 3 this 3 statues, right?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes. I don't know how I didn't think of that.
They got Excalibur.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because they look at them.
Yeah, he's got them all housed in his tower. Defeat the statues, and magical power will not disappear. Kefka drained the statue's power, the source of magic?
It didn't seem to me like he had drained the statues of all its power. It seemed pretty
certainly
powerful.
not all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he did to the statues what he did to the Espers. Mm-hmm. But since the statues are like Esper gods, it was bigger.
I mean, pretty much, or something.
Yeah, the gist is that you didn't destroy magic yet. You got to beat Kefka to destroy magic.
Right. Or if you defeat the statues, does magic not get destroyed?
Well, no, they're like the magic didn't get destroyed because Kefka must have
He's
drained all their
holding
power.
onto
So
it. Okay,
he's got it.
So we walk up and there's 3 beams of light.
Yeah.
And we walk into them. And
Because what we find is that Kefka is now the biggest statue of them all.
wow. Are we at the top of the tower?
I don't know.
Because we jumped in from the top. We're definitely at the top of the tower.
Yeah, this is the top, for sure.
We're on part of it.
And standing there in a weird triangle is Kefka.
It's been a long time since we've seen him.
Welcome, friends. I knew you'd make it here. I was just gonna be like, I'm in my shiny pyramid.
I'm in my pyramid of death. You cannot stop me.
So I've prepared some suitable entertainment for you. How long are you gonna let the destruction continue? Or wait, I guess that
I
wasn't
guess that was
Kefka.
us.
I've tapped into the ultimate power. Observe. I feel like you do a
Such a
better job.
magnificent power. You are like insects to me.
Uh-huh.
I will exterminate everyone and everything.
Including yourself?
People will keep rebuilding the things you take from them. Then I'll destroy those too. Why do people rebuild things they know are going to be destroyed?
This is exactly why I don't make my bed in the morning.
Yeah, this is that philosophy that, like, all right, if you push me, it's true. But you can't live like that.
I think this might dethrone your theory of the true lazy. This might be the truest lazy, which is destroy the entire world so that nothing can be done ever.
Well, that seems like a lot of work. You're not lazy. That's just, you're doing a lot.
But what if it's just limited to you and your life?
You mean suicide. That is the ultimate lazy.
Oh, I didn't mean... No, I didn't mean that. I just meant
The
letting your
ultimate
life
lazy.
decay because you don't want to do the work.
I know what you meant.
Why do people cling to life when they know they can't live forever?
Dude, that's a really...
Think how meaningless each of your lives is.
This guy, like, figured out that truth that's, like, actually true. That, like, if you look at it from that angle, ruins you. But if you, there's, like, you can understand that truth and look at it from a different angle and be, like, proud of your existence and in your short time here. Or
you could be like, I'm gonna try to, like, affect other people who then move on.
Well, that's how I feel, but you could do that in a positive way.
Like,
He's
I'm
affecting
going to build a tower and live forever.
Right, because if it ends, why do it at all?
Tara walks up to Kefka and is like, rebuttal.
It's not the net result of one's life that's important. A little on the nose. It's the day-to-day concerns, the personal victories, and the celebration of life and love. I gotta say, this game has something to say.
Yeah.
It's enough if people are able to experience the joy that each day can bring.
Sometimes gung-ho just needs a little help with hide-on out in Ebot's Rock.
Yeah, you're right. Like, those are it's the important little things of people you help along the way.
You know, we were like, what is the theme of the season? I think the game is just giving us the theme. I don't think
right.
we need to come up with it ourselves
You're
at
right.
all.
Well, also, this is the whole theme of the second half of the game, is like, why are we doing any of these things? I don't know, because it feels good to help people.
Because everyone's alive and they still need our help.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Suck on that, Kefka. And have you found your joy in this nearly dead world of ours?
You're the one who made it dead. And yes.
He's like, yes.
Kefka's totally like, look around you, this place is a mess. Somebody destroyed this whole planet. Why would you even want to be here in this shithole?
What an asshole.
Yeah, I did. We've got all of our friends.
Mobleys. Oh, yeah. Look at us. We have enough people for a party.
Yeah, what if literally only 3 people had shown up and it's like, I know what love is.
Yeah.
Look at all of my friends.
And I've learned to celebrate life and the living.
Yeah. And I know what friendship is and family.
Shadow, don't lie to us. You come and go like the wind.
Yeah.
The last thing this fucko knows is about family.
This guy is a liar. Like, we know his past, and he's gonna stand there and go like, and I've learned so many important lessons about, he's done this before.
Yeah,
he's
like,
lied about this shit at the end of the story.
Under that, like, scarf that he keeps above his face, you know, like, all you can see is his eyes, and his eyes are shifting back and forth, like, I've learned about family.
Yeah, he definitely has gotten to the end of a mission where everyone else is emotionally affected, and he's like, and I too feel the love of my companions, and would never kill them at night.
I'm pretty sure you don't know about family so much.
Oh, it is my dream to build a kingdom in which I can guarantee freedom and dignity.
Yeah, he's very Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
I have come to experience anew the love of my brother.
Wow. Nice. Do you think Edgar hears him say that and be like, high-roaded?
Yeah.
I could have talked about my brother.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I mean, we had that moment, but that was a long time ago.
Right. Are you still thinking about that?
That's all you did on this journey?
Your whole thing was about me?
I've been to some crazy places.
I had some other shit going on. So
I've met someone who can accept me for what I am. Oh, come on.
Oh, that's really lame, guys. I mean, she literally, her whole thing right now is like, I thought nobody could love me because I'm a fucking weirdo. And it turned out...
she's a gene monster.
Right, because she's genetically engineered.
Mm-hmm. We're literally standing here. The boss is like tapping his foot, being like, let's go. And we're like deciding if everyone's feelings are valid or not.
Right. Which is the best thing to do to somebody, is tell them that their feelings are invalid.
Yeah.
And we're going like, Celeste.
No, come on, Celeste. You did more than
You
that.
did
Give yourself some credit, okay?
Fucking get over it.
I mean, that's the thing. I think at the end of this, we'll be like, it's a little uneven because there's too many characters.
Right,
so
right.
it's like, results may vary.
Yeah.
How much each one of these hits you or not.
That's a very good point.
I have a special little granddaughter.
Strago, the character that we're most
invested.
invested in.
Yeah, and not only do you have a granddaughter, but you fought that random monster that you fought in your boyhood.
Yeah, we fucking left the Kefka Tower to go do that with you, buddy.
Yeah,
I hope you
can't believe
appreciate
he's
that.
not talking about that. And I have a brave grandpa who will stand by me through it all. Man, Shadow's
like
if he could die inside anymore, he would be. But
Yeah,
he can't because he's Shadow.
Exactly. He's already dead inside. My friend's airship and her love.
Setzer is here too.
Yeah, he doesn't. His whole thing finished with Daryl.
He's in love
Oh,
with...
her love, his friend. Because they obviously changed it from my fuck buddy to my friend, his other friend who had the airship.
Right.
Because he keeps going like, my friend is buried here.
Right.
My friend meant everything to me.
Right.
She had the other airship. My friend and I used to get in all kinds of races.
Setzer is a man who's already grown and learned his lessons and is just here. He, he didn't have some change of heart.
Nope.
You, my friends, me, wow, you. Kefka's pooping. This is sickening. You sound like chapters from a self-help booklet. Prepare yourselves. Now, for my next trick, I will make you all disappear.
What do I look like? A waiter?
Kefka, you don't
Oh,
know
wait,
what
that
you're
doesn't
doing.
work here. What?
They're saying, Kefka, you don't know what you're doing. Stop. It seems like he knows what he's doing.
It seems like he knows exactly what he's doing.
So Kefka sends out the light of judgment again.
Someone should point out to Kefka that when he ended the world didn't end.
Right.
And so he's doing something wrong.
All of us who fell off the airship are still around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but instead of like killing us first, he's like, watch me destroy the world anew.
Yeah, he really wants an audience for this.
He's ripping the earth anew.
Oh, again?
Is he
Come on.
destroying it twice?
I command the greatest power in the universe. You are all helpless before me.
Right, the light of judgment.
He's like, this isn't just a tower, it's also a giant robot.
It's also a flaming tower.
I will destroy everything. I will create a monument to non-existence.
Wow, that's amazing.
Kefka like shoots a new summit for this tower into the air, and it's all on fire, and he's standing at the top of it. Mm-hmm. And he just needs to be stopped, you know? Like, we can't let this plan. He's going to destroy all of existence?
A monument to non-existence. That's like a...
Yeah,
you literally can't do that.
I was trying to
By
figure
definition.
out Kefka's thing, and it's like, he's like a nihilist. That's his thing in this game. He doesn't care about anything or anyone.
Yeah.
He thinks
none of it matters.
In nothing.
He's like, the universe is meaningless. It's all just a bunch of atoms, and we don't exist for any reason.
Yeah, maybe more importantly, he thinks other people are stupid for caring about things.
Right.
Like, it's not just that he's like a nihilist and he's like, it's all meaningless in the end. It's that he's like angry that not everybody else is.
He's like that friend that you have that's like, why do you like Final Fantasy so much? Like, I don't understand why you like it.
What's the point?
What's
justify your existence to me because
Because
I don't
I'm the
feel
one
like
who...
I have a reason for my own.
Right.
You know?
I'm mad at you for finding some purpose in something that I think is meaningless.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way about a lot of the world a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I really relate here.
But creating a monument to non-existence to me is like some kind of oxymoron conceptually. Like, I don't know if you can do it.
Well, it's like his monument to non-existence will be the end of existence. That's what he's saying. It's like he's going to destroy existence.
With magic.
It's pretty heavy metal.
Okay, yeah, because I keep in my head, I'm like, but he's already destroyed the world. How's he going to destroy? He's going to
still people alive. He's going to kill everybody and everything.
And existence. Like, is he going to like magic
if
the
nobody
universe?
is alive, nothing it might as well exist.
You're saying, like, if a tree falls in the forest...
And nobody is alive in the universe.
Right.
Then does it make a sound? Who cares?
Who the fuck
Because
cares?
nobody's alive, period.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I guess in my head I'm like, well, if the planet's gone, there's probably other planets in the universe. But it's really like...
I think it's way more metaphysical than that
it's-
here. There's magic.
And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. It's like the dimension is turning off like an old TV set. Is what he wants to do.
Yeah, he wants to turn off the TV set. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Life will go on. There will always be people and dreams.
No, I will hunt them down. I will destroy it all. Destroy, destroy, destroy. You said earlier that whole thing about like hate.
We will not allow you to harm another living thing.
He. But what fun is destruction if no precious lives are lost? Like, have you ever like destroyed a sandcastle with your fist? Lives don't have to be lost for destruction to feel good.
Yeah, but I feel like once you've gone as far as he has,
In order to feel again.
It's over, Kefka. We're all standing here.
Oh
What?
shit. Determine the order.
So it takes you to a menu list of all the characters that you've got in your parties.
And you put them all in order.
Right. You got to do like the baseball lineup.
They make you pick. It's kind of funny because it's like at this point now we have them all, so we can decide who are our favorites, and they make you really decide. Like, no, actually, who do you like?
Right.
Because now you're gonna choose.
And so we got to put them in order. Only 4 of us are going to fight, but then as people die in the fight, like others down the list will come and replace them.
yeah. Now that I know how it works, obviously the best way to do it is best to worst.
Right.
But I was thinking it would maybe shuffle groups of 4 around, so I was like, we got to shuffle them all
Right.
up.
No.
We do our 4 core people up top. As people die, they'll be refilled with other people.
I don't know. Should we just go with this order?
I mean, it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, it seems pretty well shuffled, right?
What if we put Sabine in the top 4? Because I want him to cast quick on himself.
End.
We pick our order and we hit the word end, and it's time to fight Kefka.
Yeah, we're in the last battle, which starts you off looking at the torso of a giant demon. Is the best way I can put it. But it looks real cool.
Yeah. It's like he's like embedded in the ground.
Yeah.
Up to his waist.
Oh, damn. He looks different.
I'm excited to use a spell called Quick, which will allow Sabine to attack twice, which means that he's actually going to attack 16 times.
Yeah.
Because each one is 8.
We double that 8. That gets you 16.
You're going to want to
That's
do
some
that.
rudimentary math right there.
Put it in as much damage as you can on this final boss.
Is he doing quick? Yes. Oh my god, I really am so excited for the potential quick. He didn't do...
Yeah, he did. He's doing 2.
Oh, he gets to do 2 separate turns. Dude. So he does get 16 hits. It's amazing.
So Kefka looks like this?
Apparently. That's what I'm saying. Like, this looks so different. And does he even have legs? Is he mountain? And it doesn't say Kefka down there. It doesn't say who we're fighting.
Oh, right.
Are we fighting mountain? Doing max damage on the final boss, man. You're gonna want to see that. Okay. Whoa.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
So we beat the torso monster.
Right, and then you see that what you're actually looking at is like a tower. Like you move
Right.
up, and the torso monster is a part of like a bigger monster that has people on it.
The most epic totem pole that
It's
you've
re-
ever seen.
It's really like if Geiger did like a Renaissance painting. That's what this
Right.
would look like. It's like twisting monster and intestines with like naked angels
Right.
like hanging off of it.
This
like,
is almost like if Michelangelo, who painted the Sistine Chapel, like instead of being into God and like a cherubic boy, he was really into hardcore monsters.
yeah, he was like listening to a lot of Slayer.
Exactly.
Holy shit. Who are all of these people?
I don't know, man.
Was this right above us the whole time?
I think so.
Whoa. I wonder if it's like we're fighting a totem pole and we just fought the bottom of it. Now we're fighting head
Yeah, I
number
think
2.
it's like a big tower that's like all Kefka magic god stuff.
Part 2 down. This is so huge.
Yeah, I wonder how many chunks there are.
We're on to the third chunk,
Yeah.
which this looks like somebody laying on top of the totem pole, like
Well,
on a tree.
It's almost like the top of the totem pole becomes like sort of tendrils that are wrapping around like a Virgin Mary almost.
Right.
And there's like exhaust pipes sticking out from that with like flames coming out.
And then there's another guy who's laying on that. So this is the top of a totem pole.
Right.
Part 3.
I mean, there's the rule of 3s.
Yeah.
And this is looking like the top.
Oh, since he was dead, I get Shadow now. Shit.
Oh, Sabine's gone forever. That's alright.
No, Umaro.
I think we're getting Edgar in instead.
So we lose a few people on our way up, but we're not even hitting like the back of the bench yet.
Right.
And so we're finally like above the tower. It opens to like a golden sky with
Yeah.
like light cracking in the background. This has got to be it.
This is so amazing. Look at this.
Wow.
Holy shit. I don't know
Kefka.
what.
Kefka, like floating in the sky, wearing like total Renaissance style, like robe covering his dick.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
blowing in the wind, like reaching his hand out to us, kind
Right.
of. Yeah.
Very much like the god.
The god.
He looks amazing.
This is a really beautiful image to have a final boss fight in front of. Unlike last season where I wanted to fucking throw up.
Oh, yeah, this is epic, and you can look at it without puking.
Life, dreams, hope. Where'd they come from? And where are they headed? These things, I'm gonna destroy them. I will destroy them. Oh, he's doing that to you? That thing?
Oh, shit.
He does a move that leaves your entire party at 1 hit point, but you've got a plan.
You strike back with life 3. Oh, Edgar might have life 3. Nope.
You mean life 2?
Life 3, so that if they go down,
That'll
They come back up,
automatically.
yeah.
Yeah, good point.
because this could end right now.
Right, because if you... Right.
Okay, good.
What the fuck?
Bahamut.
I didn't see you call him. Good move. I love it. There goes Shadow.
Shit.
Or Phoenixon. This nihilist asshole has to die.
Yeah, this seems terrible.
Whoa! Locke's alive.
Revenger.
I don't know what that is.
This is a hard fight.
Yeah, even for as leveled as we are, like, the fight takes strategy and is fast, and if you're not on top of it, you always feel like you're backed into the corner.
Right. People are dying. We're using Phoenix Downs.
He's doing things that cause, like, death and status effects. It's
Right.
like...
She can get a Cure 3, good move. Dude, you're on it.
I'm trying.
I like what you're doing. The end comes beyond chaos. He put a head in his hand. He's like earth-shaking the sky. Now go for the...
I already threw it.
Oh, I missed the Excalibur throw?
Yeah, I threw it.
Damn it. I'm like trying to pay attention to everything that's happening and I can't. Nice.
Yeah, we had just gotten Excalibur. You threw it at Kefka. I missed it.
I know, it sucks. Because one of the funnest things is, like, the throw ability, which is in all of the games, I think. You never really want to use it just on a battle, because you don't want to throw your best sword. But when
Right.
you're on the last boss...
Fuck it.
Like, you know what? That's what all those final items are for.
Yeah, throwing.
Throw them away.
Throw them away.
Because they're meaningless to you. Those imp halberds really came in handy. Yeah.
Dude! Fuck yes! Oh, baby.
Kefka down.
Wow, it's been a long time coming, but we killed that evil little clown.
That son of a bitch who wanted to make everybody jokers.
He really, he's the Joker. He's that prototype of an agent of chaos.
Oh, definitely. He had a whole Joker philosophy.
And we even just came to the conclusion Batman did, which is like, you just want to think that everybody sucks, but really, you suck.
You're the one who sucks. So we showed him that.
First try.
First try.
What do you think of that, Haley? Yeah.
Now you're gonna be a monument to nothingness, Kefka.
Yeah, you were become what you wanted.
Just like every other person who turned into sand.
He's really being ripped apart piece by piece. And Tara's like, Cure 3! She's like still saying her words.
It's breaking up. Oh, Mog and Cyan are here. There's no time to lose. Airship's just ahead.
Perfect.
So now the tower's collapsing?
Yeah, the tower is collapsing.
Which
Check.
is usually going to happen.
Everybody get out of here.
Everybody, including the people that we left on the airship, are now here at the top of the mountain.
Yeah. Oh, wait, is Cyan here? They're all here. You're
all
right,
here,
you're right,
yeah.
you're right. I couldn't see Cyan, he was under the cloud. Anyway, the whole gang's here.
The whole gang is suddenly here, and it's time to run.
Come on, everybody. We have to work together.
Tara!
Oh, yeah. Tara, what's wrong? Oh, she's becoming an Esper.
Oh, shit.
Or a Magicite. Or no. No, she's not.
What's happening?
3 crystals fly up into the air and then disintegrate.
Which is just a representation of, like, now that Kefka is dead, all the Magicite is, like, turning to dust.
And they're all going, ah, help, it hurts.
Tara, hypothetically, is, like, being ripped in half inside.
Right, half of her is really in pain.
Oh, those are the 3 statues. The Magicite. Magic is disappearing from this world.
The Espers.
The Espers.
They no longer exist.
You mean Tara too? But she was only half
Half of
Esper.
her.
Half of her is gone now. Come with me. I need to lead you out with my last ounce of strength. Is she gonna sacrifice herself at the end of this?
Seems like it.
I got a feeling she's gonna come back and be like, I'm a person, the half of me, or like I don't know what is about to happen actually.
Tara's gonna lead us out, and what happens next is really weird, which is that we cut to an image of a book.
Is the book closing?
No.
Closing the book on this game?
It's both weird and merciful. Because
Right.
there's not like a huge, long, unpacking everything end to this game.
Right.
What there is everyone's running down the tower having a goofy time escaping while
Right.
a book flips pages.
Yeah, it's instead of having you actually escape from the tower as the finale is this cutscene of us running out.
Which I actually I like that we don't have to run out of the tower.
Yeah.
That's something I always hate is like, you've finished the climax, now do this meaningless thing with a timer.
Right.
You know, that always sucks.
Whereas the first game, too, also had a merciful ending, but it was just like abruptly like, and so the orbs were shined.
And then they were shined forever.
Yeah, and you. So this is an action-oriented, and so you did it.
Yeah, and continue to do it as you're not doing it anymore.
Right. Watch us do it now.
But shit, dude, look at those graphics.
That's
Look at
amazing.
those pages not turning, actually.
See, like,
The book with infinite pages.
wow. What?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
Okay.
This is some of that intangible flavor.
What? No.
That Final Fantasy umami.
As the book's pages are flying through, it says Cyan as Cyan...
Garamond.
Garamond.
So it's like they played themselves in this story.
But the weird thing to me about this is that it's like a credits sequence where
It's like the curtain call at
Right.
the end of the opera. Everyone is...
but the character's name, it wasn't like the actor's name was
Yeah, you're right.
Cyan.
We do need to explain this specifically because otherwise it's not going to make sense.
Right. What was his last name?
Cyan Garamond.
Right.
So it's like Cyan as
Cyan
Cyan
Garamond.
with a last name.
Right.
Which when we play the game, it's not like you ever see Cyan Garamond.
No. And also, we eventually realized that what comes first is the character name that we gave them. Like, if we named Cyan Fuck Shitter,
It would be fuck shitter as Cyan Garamond.
which wasn't the character was the thing that we named him. The actor who played that character would be Cyan Garamond.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a weird... No, because in this, it's suggesting the opposite. It's suggesting
Right.
his real name is Fuckface or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Or like...
Whatever you named him.
Yeah, which could be any number of things. Like, you could call him, like, Cyan the Feckless Dick Sucker.
Right.
Or,
Or Cyan, the catfishing loser who can't get
exactly.
a person in his own life. Well, he had a wife and kid. You know,
he's not what he used to be.
he's not what he used to be.
But, yeah, it's confusing, and the more we think about it, the less answers I have
Yeah.
for what this is all about.
So here we go. Credit sequence.
Cyan playing himself with a last name?
they're all walking out.
Cyan, think you can handle that switch?
He hates machines now. This is not a thing. God, what a dumbass.
He can't even stand on the switch. He doesn't...
Cyan, you're irredeemable. You just have to show technology who's boss. Nobody laughs with him.
Yeah, he's the worst.
So yeah, that was like Cyan's part in helping us escape
Right, after
the tower.
each person's little credit thing, you
Right.
get to see them have a little scene where they, like, sometimes they die, I don't know, but, like, it's all goofy.
It's a lot of like, we're getting out of the tower. I can help with this part.
Which, I mean, this part is so funny because it suggests things about Cyan which have never been brought up
I
as
think there was a
character
light
traits.
thing that we cut out where he was like, I don't know about these mech machines and stuff. Like, there was a light thing.
Right, and he
also
has
had a
the
book of machinery
because he's bad with machines. He's trying to, in between jack-off sessions, he's
trying to
trying to
learn.
get better at machines.
Setzer as
Okay.
Setzer Gabbiani. This is
Gabbiani.
hilarious. We had the wrong voice for him. If we had known his last name was Gabbiani,
Yeah, we would've-
Hey, I'm Setzer. We're like, come on.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna be... Wait.
Like, why? Well, let's go that way. Sometimes in life, you just have to feel your way through a situation. Daryl, I'm starting to sound just like you.
Edgar as
The coin.
Edgar Roney Figaro.
What?
Edgar Roney Figaro.
Edgar Roney.
Sabina as Sabine Renee Figaro.
Okay.
Oh, I guess if you had chosen
Yes.
different names.
Okay, yeah, okay. Wait. So, but what we chose was the actors' names?
I guess I
playing
don't know.
these
I don't know.
actual
I knew
characters?
the world would be better, King. I trained hard, knowing we missed something. Now I know I have these stupid muscles.
For this moment?
Now I know why I look so good in tight shirts. God, I hate that the universe gave me these awesome abs. Mog as Mog.
The names we chose was the names of the actors who were playing these characters whose names were always this.
But they call each other the actor's name during the movie.
I know! It doesn't make any sense.
It's just a joke that...
The hair, watch the hair!
Wow, I didn't know Mog had that kind of personality.
Me either. Oh,
Umaro.
right, his bone addiction.
As Umaro.
No last name for Umaro. Have we seen the fifth shadow cutscene yet?
No.
Garga!
The greatest adventure a Sasquatch has ever been on. Go-Go as...
If Gogo has a last name,
Go-Go.
oh. I assume after all this we're gonna rebuild. Both buttons have to be pressed simultaneously. Gogo, watch Celeste and do exactly what she does. Yeah, he's gotta mimic it. Wait, Gogo fell... We left Gogo behind! He fell to his death!
Yeah, in Gogo's cutesy "we're escaping the tower" cutscene, he fucking dies.
Well, he falls down a hole and nobody retrieves him.
We're like, fuck it, just move on.
I mean,
and leave.
I don't care. Do you really? The world doesn't need this guy.
He's a mimic.
Maybe he fell down somewhere and he'll just stay down there until somebody else comes along.
Yeah, he like ended back in the same cave that we found him in.
Or one that's good enough.
Yeah.
Gao as... Gao.
Why does he have, like, scuba gear?
I don't know
What
what
is that?
is.
Yeah, Gao's name comes up over like an old style scuba device.
Right.
You know, because the thing you remember most about Gao is that he had the device that let you breathe underwater to go through the Serpent Trench, right?
Yeah.
That's the takeaway.
If you remember Shiny Thing, you
Yeah.
might better remember what this is.
Shiny thing, which you never really get to see or understand the function of.
This is Shiny Thing.
Yeah.
Gao find shortcut. Gao
Gao
find
find
shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
And it's throwing you off the tower. The shortcut is to jump.
Yeah.
Lock as Lock Cole.
Cole?
Celeste as Celeste Share.
Cher?
Cherry?
Cherry?
Celeste? Celeste?
Celis?
Oh no.
Come on, this floor is about to break apart.
But she has, like, she dropped her something.
It's Lock's old bandana.
Right. Oh no.
Lock.
I will not let go. I promise. It's a real Rose and Jack situation.
Actually, it's a real Locke and Rachel situation.
Oh, good call.
Right?
She almost falls
Right?
to her debilitating spinal
head injury, yeah.
You almost ate it trying to pick up that silly trinket.
You almost ate it trying to pick up that silly trinket.
Exactly.
But instead, this time, Locke saves her.
Yeah.
Pulls her up onto the ledge instead of letting her fall.
Which would be sweet, except I think it's totally weak that she almost falls because she drops his old bandana like he doesn't have a drawer full of bandanas.
Yeah. What? Yeah,
She's
you're
like,
right.
I can't lose this bandana that
He's
he
like-
cared so much about that he tied it to a bird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Tara as Tara Branford. What is with the last name?
Are they like people on the translation team?
No way.
These last
No.
names?
Branford?
Branford?
No.
Branford.
Yeah, I'm sure in Japanese her name is not Tara Branford.
Yeah.
Does that mean that her dad, Madwin, the Esper, was named Madwin Branford?
Yeah, Madwin Branford.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what that means. I mean, maybe all these last names are just like the names of the Kickstarter supporters.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Right?
That's when they kickstarted it, and then they built their whole
Well,
world
they needed
out of people's names.
Because after Final Fantasy V, they needed money.
Yeah.
Father, Terra, we must part now. We Espers will disappear from this world forever.
Terra stops off in the Magitech research facility to talk to her dad, who is a crystal in a jar.
Yeah, well, I mean, we should also point out, we didn't on the way up, but Kefka has apparently brought parts of the Magitech research facility to this tower.
So there's some jars, including her dad.
Well, he, like, flies out of her pocket and, like, lands in it.
Oh, right. Well, she stops off to drop off her dad in the like, does he leave her?
I think he's about to disappear.
Okay.
Like, at the end of this, he's just gonna, like...
Okay, so maybe they're not purposely in the Magitech research facility part of this. That's just, like, the part that they're escaping through right now?
Unimportant, yeah.
Anyway, this is Terra saying goodbye to her dad forever.
But if the human part of you is very strongly attached to something or... someone, you will probably be able to remain in this world as a human being.
If you found love, then you can survive. Otherwise, you're kind of fucked.
Did she? Did we fuck that up for her? She has those orphans.
Who?
She said she knows what love is.
Right. We never...
Realm Aroni. We knew her name for some reason.
Shadow as something else, Aroni.
Oh, maybe this is the last cutscene, or the shadow one will come at this part. Grandpa, stop goofing around. If I hear even a peep out of you, oh, I missed it. No, anything but that. But you know, just once, I'd really like to do a portrait of you on canvas, of course.
Realm, how can you be thinking about pictures at a time like this?
Why are they all going different ways? Why aren't they all escaping together?
Here we go.
Yeah.
No name for Shadow, huh?
He threw ninja stars into that apple. You know how much he hates apples.
Right.
It's like his thing.
Do we miss a chest?
Interceptor, get going.
Yes, they will.
What is he doing? I'm going to stop running. I'm going to begin all over again.
Fucking Shadow.
Right? So he just ran off into a corner away from the group. And
Yeah, he's like yelling at his dog, like, get out of here, I'm no good for you. I have to start all over again.
Well, what's crazy to me is he's like, I'm gonna stop running and run further away. Like,
Well-
what? He's...
Well, that's why I've been saying throughout, because remember on the floating continent when he winded away and you were like,
Right.
where did he go?
Yeah.
This is my answer to that, is like he freaks out from time to time.
Right.
He can't keep up the veneer of like the unfeeling Shadow. His
Right.
personality falls apart and he like gets out of eyesight and has like a panic attack.
Yeah.
And then collects himself on the floating continent at least and is like, oh shit, we actually are going to have to find a way out of here.
Right, yeah. I can't do this right now.
And runs back to them and he's like, I'm Shadow.
I just can't believe that, like, he's like, I'm gonna stop running away and start a whole new life.
Well, yeah, no, it's like his
What?
default answer to everything is like, cut it all and just begin again.
Yeah.
Buy a mask, wear it
How
permanently.
is that stopping running, though? Like, he's running more.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't learn shit.
Yeah.
He's just going to continue doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised when his name comes up that we didn't see his last name was the same as his daughter.
Right.
You know, that's
that would
what
have been
I thought.
really cool.
They were going to reveal it there.
No.
But like as like a stamp of certainty, but no, they don't.
They just have him go off and be like, I'm starting anew.
He's like, oh God, I'm just going to be sick from my own memories.
Strago as Strago Magus.
Sure.
No, a kid like me doesn't know the meaning of defeat.
Gotcha. Now I'm gonna pull the airship down for Realm. And the pages turn.
And they turn. And you!
And you!
Yeah, at the end of all of the different people, it's like, and PBS viewers like you.
You did it too. And for you, audience, it's you also, because you were also along for this entire
It's
thing.
you too, guys. It's not just you, us. It's you.
Go, everybody.
We did it.
Come with me. She flies like a fish.
The last piece of magicite.
Terra, it's okay. Your power is something.
So we're all on the airship, and like the final piece of business is like, is Terra going to be okay when Magic is dead?
Right.
And so we all we're flying through the air as cinematically as the system can muster.
Right. And she is flying like off the bow.
Oh yeah, she's like alongside us, kind of flying too.
Right.
Wow.
Terra, your strength is going.
But she cares about us or whatever, so she'll be fine.
Glad Niagara Falls remained intact when the world got divided into pieces.
Yeah, it's a beautiful feature. So all the orphan kids
Or like, we saw a star, Tara's probably fine.
Do it right, Katrina.
So we go into the orphans
Yeah,
group,
we got to Mobley's.
where Katerin is on a bed about to give birth.
Yeah, somebody says to her, "Do it right."
Just the best thing to say to a woman as she's giving
God,
birth.
I've got to remember it. If there's ever a situation where I can say it and I'm not going to have to encounter them later. I don't know what that would be, where I watch someone's, but like, oh my God.
Do it right.
Make sure you do this right, okay? It's really important. Oh, anyway, she does it right. She does it just fine.
She does it just fine.
Gotta hang in there. Do it right. Push this baby out. That's what the doctors tell you, right? When you're
Do it
giving birth.
right.
Do it right.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong. Quit doing it
Do
wrong.
it right. Everyone took a nap.
Uh-huh. For a while longer. Just a little longer. Where's Tara?
More importantly, where is Shadow?
Tara?
Oh, there she is.
Oh, she was right over there.
Thank you, Setzer. You're my secret crush.
Oh, shit.
Or maybe not. Didn't I say before? This is the world's fastest ship? Oh, they caught her.
Oh, right,
Fallen.
with his sweet ship. Yeah, okay.
And now, as the airship flies out, we get a beautiful cinematic of the clouds and the land and everywhere you've been, and the actual credits of
Here
the
now
actual
the
makers of the
Sakaguchi.
game. Yeah, the Sakaguchi.
The man, the gooch.
The gooch.
Sakaguchi!
Hinorobu Sakaguchi.
Wow.
I like this because it's like, I think they rightfully recognize they're like, we need to take a moment to give a bow to like our fake people,
Right,
like the game
right.
itself and how fun it was, and now comes real credits
Real
for
credits.
actual ending. You could turn these off if you wanted and not miss anything.
But also, it has cinematics in it that are nothing like anything else
Oh,
in
yeah,
this game.
it's like-
they put so much effort and time into like, we're gonna make our own names look great.
Oh yeah, they saved the best shit for their own names. That's like, it's certain, yeah.
What a fucking game.
It was pretty great. God damn. Yeah, that was a really good game.
Yeah, these guys did an incredible job.
Nobuo.
He's really good at what he does. Flying among the clouds, dude.
God, I am so psyched to play Final Fantasy VII.
You know, I think literally over the credits of Final Fantasy IV, you said that about this game. Me too.
I mean, it's insane to think about, like, in the middle of playing the first one, I was like, are we only doing this because I wanted to play Final Fantasy VII?
And like,
And that was so long ago.
and it's still gonna be so
Still gonna
long
be a
from now.
while, yeah.
But we're closer than ever.
Yeah. And also, because just imagine, like, off the heels of this game, which
Yeah.
was like an international hit,
Oh my
Squaresoft
God.
going like, this team,
Yeah.
all the money on the planet. Oh, you want to break ties with Nintendo?
Right.
Whatever you want. Like
Right.
that level of whatever you want.
You have 3 CDs to work with
Yeah.
of worth of data. The world is open to you.
Oh yeah, start preparing now for next season.
Yeah, it's get ready, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've probably confirmed it already, but we're doing 7 next.
Yes.
Like, that is the plan.
Final Fantasy VII is next season.
I mean, look at this airship flying with the birds.
It's awesome.
Those birds must be so fast.
I mean, look at the...
Bro, that
God,
ship
that's a
must
good
be
point.
so slow.
Well, look at, like, the effect on the water as it, like, dips down.
Uh-huh.
Well, we first came in from the clouds, and then we were over the sea, and now we're over a land that certainly didn't exist 20 minutes
It
ago.
might be like the Veldt.
This looks nothing like the Veldt.
Yeah, but if you look in the backgrounds of the fighting, you know there's like lakes and stuff.
Oh!
You never see it like on the...
Yeah! Okay, we're not, like, on the overworld map, we're on the actual, including the Battlelands map.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're a little closer than the world.
Yeah. We never did the 2-player thing.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't...
I mean, I wonder if there's more cinematic.
Well, we're watching this until the end,
Oh, for sure.
and then we're gonna try to get a picture without bumping it.
Yeah. What a tight ending compared to the last game, too.
Yeah,
You
wow.
fight the thing, and they wrap it up, and then this happens.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
not like-
it's like you escape the tower.
We don't even do that. They like...
Well, the cinematic is
Yeah,
of us
yeah,
all
but-
escaping. It's not like, and now the kinging ceremony where
Yeah,
having
but
all
it's
your
not
old
like
friends
year
and we're gonna
later,
check
everyone
in
is
and
married and having kids now.
yeah. No, there was a lot of pride in this.
Oh wait, here's the orphans. And
Graduation
the baby.
song.
And The graduation song. Yeah, that's right. It's not over until you graduate from high school.
Did a baby just come out of her?
She was pregnant, remember?
Yeah, no, but he pulled the baby out of her.
It was on her stomach, like you could see the sprite, like she was holding
All
it.
right.
It wasn't like...
I was like, did he just deliver the baby?
So now we're seeing, as we're flying over the land, like the baby is born in Mobley's, and like the Masa is being rebuilt, like the burned down schoolhouse.
Hope is returning to the land.
To the box.
To the going back into a Pandora's box.
Or coming out, maybe, for the first time.
Oh, yeah. It
Poking its
stayed
head
in,
out and
right.
seeing no hatred.
Oh, it's all... They all went away? All the monsters that used to live in here with me?
Yeah.
Now I can come out.
Hi. Guys, seriously, where's Shadow? Guys, you didn't wait for Shadow.
Or Go-Go, who apparently fell down a hole during the escape, and we didn't even try to grab for him or be like, Go-Go!
Yeti, Mog, where are they?
Not up top. They must be in the lower decks.
We'll just keep telling ourselves that. They're dead and nobody cares. That's what's going on.
I think that is what's going on.
I think they died and everyone is like, well,
okay.
They were animals, really. So.
They were...
One of them was a clown, I don't know.
Yeah. Look at all these places you've been.
Yeah, they're like, that's our home.
Hi, I can see Figueroa Castle from here.
Cyan has nothing to live for.
He's the worst.
I hope he jumps off right now.
That would be great. Whoa.
She's feeling the wind in her hair.
New clothes. She's human now.
I think those are the clothes she had on the whole time.
It looked like her sprite changed, but maybe she moved.
I think she just moved.
She moved, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen that look before. The birds are singing about our triumph, telling the land about what happened.
And, like, it all closes up as Tara is having, like, a Titanic moment at the front of the boat, the airboat, like,
She's king of
feeling
the
the
world.
wind.
Yeah.
The birds are flying through her hair.
For the first time, she doesn't have a slave crown and nobody wants anything from her.
Yeah, it is. Like, I wish her story had been more effectively told throughout the game, but it's an effective moment at the end, because the one thing you know is that this game is the story of Tara getting fucked. And now it's over.
So she looks out happy for the first time.
Yeah.
The end!
So Shadow seriously just chose to stay behind and die? What
I don't
was the
know
deal
what
with
happened.
that?
Well, no, he said he was going to start anew
How?
to that guy,
To the dog. He told the dog, I'm gonna... oh, yeah.
No,
well,
but then-
he said to his...
to his dead...
Yeah, to his dead friend. I'm gonna start anew, but then... What? You're not gonna take care of your daughter? You
Shadow
piece of
went
shit?
out for some cigarettes.
Yeah, and didn't come
and
back
didn't
again.
come back again. Like the wind.
3 down.
3 down.
And that's season 3
That's
of
it.
No One Can Know About This.
Final Fantasy VI.
We played it all.
Boom.
Bam.
Done.
What do you know? I can't believe that we're actually here at the end of all of this. Let's take stock. What was the most interesting parts to you?
I mean, for me, the standout feature of this game is the second half. That's what makes it above and beyond better than the last one we played.
Even though a lot of those individual stories in that part were unsatisfying or
Yeah,
didn't
and
make a lot of
overall, it's
sense.
like one of them was unsatisfying just because of when we got to it.
Right,
Otherwise,
the
we
Terra
probably would have
thing.
been like, no, the Strago thing. Too.
Oh, the
we probably would
Strago-
have been like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, that wasn't great, but who cares? On top of the second half, like the structure being different, across the board compared to Final Fantasy IV, everything is improved to such a degree
Yeah.
that
You're right.
it already would have been like a way better game even without the second half being feeling so like big and special.
Well, I always am fascinated by how much a video game within a console's generation can look better. Like, if you look
Right.
at, like, Uncharted 1 on the PS3 when the PS3 was brand new versus Uncharted 2 or 3, which is, like, close to when it was done, they look like they could be different console generations. And in that way, you can really see the difference between Final Fantasy 4 and 6 in terms of how much you could exploit the Super Nintendo.
Right.
FF4 came out 2 months after the Super Nintendo, whereas this came out like late in the Super Nintendo's run. So not only are they able to like program more complex stories, the artwork is a million times better.
Yeah, just the dramatic cues to everything. And that adds up to like everything just working better.
Right.
Like, you know, if they really want you to feel a moment, they can actually try to make you feel it.
Right. I mean, trying to think about like what I've learned through this season. It's funny to me because season 1 is like clearly, is an examined life worth living, which I think it is. Season 2, I feel like was all about the question of, can you change your past self, or should you accept your choices and move on and learn from them?
Right.
And now here we are, and I think we've like learned some of those lessons, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the thing is this season feels like we were just living our lives while Final Fantasy was also happening.
Right.
So it's kind of like just a continuous thing that was ongoing.
Yeah. And I gotta say, too, like, I did learn a lot in terms of production of a thing, because it's like season 1 was this 6-episode thing, and then like they've gotten way bigger. It's all been building to next season, guys.
Oh my god.
So we can take on a 40-episode like, I don't know what this next thing is gonna be. I'm daunted by it.
I mean, it's also come to a point where I feel like, whereas in Season 2, we were able to put our own theme on it more, like the game's themes weigh in heavily enough now that it meshes.
Well, now I actually kind of realized, too, through this process, like, why so many TV shows that are serialized really want to be 13 episodes or less, is that, like, when you get to 26 episodes, you can't, like, have one cohesive season-long theme. When you have 13 episodes, you can still kind of do that.
Right. Well, because you're also going for, like, no padding.
Right.
Which, like, parts of what I love about this game are, like, reminders of things that I feel like right now are kind of lost in storytelling, of, like, what padding gets you. Of, like, what all of these extra weird details, like, equate to in the long run.
Well, that's a thing about the not serialized 26-episode TV season, where they were doing 26 episodes of, like, Star Trek, for example, in 1 year. Like, you're gonna wind up with real bad episodes, but you're gonna wind up doing things that you never would have done if you only had 13 episodes.
Right.
Which sometimes can wind up being like the best episodes of a show. And so the padding where it's like, well, we're just gonna go off and have this like meaningless episode that's like meaningless to the overall story, but is fun in its own right. Like, it's a reminder that can be this awesome thing where it's like, it doesn't all have to serve one cohesive story if it's serving its own purpose in its own right.
Since this is a game that, like, in a lot of ways has been with me for a lot of my life, like, I've at least been aware of it and tried to play parts of it. I'm just like, I'm glad to have finally finished it and seen the whole thing and like
know
really
what it's all about.
Because I feel like I totally, having beaten it now, understand in a way I didn't why people feel this way about the game. Whereas before I was like, people love it and I've played it and it seems good, but I don't know.
So
like,
what would
why.
you say is the reason that you think people that you've like discovered through playing it beyond those intangible flavors?
I mean, I think it nails what drew me to Final Fantasy in the first place, of like feeling like it is a big world with like an epic journey that you can actually get totally lost in because it's so full of little journeys too.
Right.
Like you always feel like you're on to the next thing, and not in a way that like modern open world games are where there's a bunch of shit on the map for you to still go do, but you really feel like you're uncovering like
it's not like
stuff.
There's 7 towers I gotta climb and then I'm gonna find out like that area is now illuminated.
In a way, it like straddles the line between open world and linear in a way that like leans way heavier on linear, but feels more open world than some open world games do.
Yeah.
It's hard to put my finger on it.
Like if I were to say what my favorite moment playing this game was, which like, up until this moment I was like, the opera scene is like the most memorable part or something, or like the fact that Kefka destroys the world is so cool. But I think it was actually probably around the time that we went to that island with the Zone Eater, the adventure of the butthole potato, where it was like this realization that not only are we gonna go and like find a bunch of clues about random shit to do, but the world is just packed with cool things that I want to explore.
Surprising things,
right?
Like you're
exactly.
always that's what I mean. Maybe you're surprised.
You're surprised at every turn in this game. I was definitely surprised when we hit the opera, but then I'm like surprised again at like just the density of fun stuff that I'm like, oh, now I'm going and doing Locke's thing. All right, so I was all outfitted to go do the magic tower, but I'm going to go do Locke's thing right now and get him back in my party, and that's going to be fun, and I want to do it.
Right, and I mean, yeah, I think you're hitting on it, because it's like a combination, like, what that opera scene is like, super effective, like, cinematic storytelling in a video game.
Right.
Where, like, you as a player feel like you earned this moment. It all makes sense, and it's like, the music and the imagery are, like, working together and with the gameplay in this way that, like, makes it super compelling.
Yeah.
I think they go harder on that in games that are still coming, where they, like, lean into the cinematic nature of it, because as it gets 3D, they have way more abilities to do that.
I can't wait to see what's
But it's
next.
like, at the same time, the gameplay is so clear and sleek. Like, when you get a new ability in this game, I feel like you almost always understand why it would be useful.
Yeah.
Like, it's never like a weird thing that you're like, I don't know.
Fights with music?
Yeah, I don't know what the point of this is. You know, it's, yeah. And beyond that, the fact that they give you the ability, like, being able to make up your own party completely changes. Like, it adds a depth to the combat that just isn't there in the previous one.
Yeah, you can feel how much they're learning more and more lessons every time, and they are definitely getting better at making these games.
Yeah.
At this point.
And I mean, I think one of the strongest things about it is that, like, the central conflict, which is on the face of it, is like a generic, there's a bad guy who's going to destroy the world and you're going to stop him. They add just like it's like the slightest layer, but that layer of philosophy of who he is versus what your group is about,
Right.
is what makes it compelling.
Right.
You know, like, you want to go beat him because you're a group of people who all are just trying to help each other, and you're like, that's what we stand for, and he's someone who just stands for... The fact that he stands for anything
Right.
is so different from most... I mean, think about the last one. It was just like, this is Zeromus, he's the embodiment of bad.
Yeah, you're
Just
right.
stop him.
You're right.
Like, this is Kefka. He's got a lot of bad ideas,
Right.
and
it's almost like you're kind of like, I see your point, but come on, man. Like, that's like...
Yeah, and in the end there, watching that last scene again, it's like, he reveals himself almost to be disingenuous. Like,
Right.
you can read that
Yeah.
level into it, where he's like, I want to destroy everything because it's all pointless, and it's
Right.
like, but no one's going to be here to watch you do... Like, what are you even trying to say?
Right.
You know, like, what point are you making, and for who? And then you realize, like, he doesn't actually, like, think everything is meaningless. He's, like, angry that it's maybe not. And,
Right.
you know, it's like
Yeah.
this thing that, like,
That's where his anger is actually
like,
coming
he's
from.
trying to prove that it's all meaningless, but he can't. He has all the power in the universe, and the world is still here. Like,
Right.
It's like...
In that way, I think it is kind of a theme for our season, in a way, where it's like, we gotta prove that this is meaningful.
Well, we're like anti-Kefkas.
Yeah,
we're
we're
going
like-
but it's all kind of equally meaningful,
Exactly.
right? Like, please tell me that
Let's
it is.
talk about Del Taco. That's meaningful too, right? Like, everything is meaningful.
Oh man,
Please, right? It is? Is it?
well, yeah. Well, I mean, I think I don't know.
I think everything is meaningful when you give meaning to it. And so, in that way, Kefka's whole attitude is one that, like, you just can't live that way. It's not a good way to...
No, especially if you don't have unlimited magic power.
Right.
Like, nobody is gonna be your
And let me
friend.
tell you guys, if any of you out there right now is thinking, like, oh, I want to do that, I have this philosophy, you're not going to be able to get ultimate magic power because it's not out there.
Yeah, if you find a way to get ultimate magic power, let us know, I guess. I'm always interested in that, but I don't think you'll find it. You know, after saying all this and thinking about it, I think maybe the theme for our season, because we did it so differently, it's definitely not being an adult, like we posited it might be at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah?
Because, you know, over the course of this, instead of playing it all, like, in one sitting and focusing on only this, we were both, like, we didn't mention a lot, but, like, I went to, like, a crazy wedding, I had... a fishing trip. We were both, like, busy with these other things.
Right.
And in the game itself, like, you know, I think it's like mentally healthy to think of life as a journey, but indulge in, like, the little journeys along the way that are not even
Right.
maybe yours. Like, you know, that wedding wasn't about me.
Right.
But I went and, you know, participating in other people's journeys gives your own journey a richness to
There was
it.
that episode where I was deciding whether or not I was going to stay and play Final Fantasy with
Exactly.
you or go
And
off
then
to
you
my
went,
friend's
and it's
movie
important
screening.
to go indulge
Yeah.
in journeys that are maybe not
Yes.
inherently about you.
Yes.
You know, it's not about your journey. It's the journey of all the people around you, too.
And you're a part of that, too, and it's okay to not be the protagonist of your own story for a minute.
Yeah, and it was hard for me to think of how that could be our theme, because, like, it's so hard to see your life in that way, of all these little pieces and memories.
Yeah.
Because when you're like, what is my life? You're like, well, I gotta go to work tomorrow, and then, like, in a year, I want to do this. But you're never thinking about all the stuff you get to do along the way because of the people you know.
That's great.
And that's just thinking of that. That's real quick. That's my thought on that.
Indulge in the little journeys in life, guys, and appreciate them for what they are.
It's a real be here now kind of season.
Was there anything else that you remember from the game that you want to bring up?
I mean, I feel like we've covered every single thing. Actually, there is one thing.
Yeah?
I was thinking this morning about how we spend the whole season dishing on Cyan.
Oh, yeah.
Because his character he does horrible things, but without acknowledging that Cyan's parts are some of, like, the dopest parts of this game,
that's a
because
good
they
point.
are just so wackadoo.
Yeah.
Like they are so nuts.
You're totally
and
right.
They lean so hard into like exploring his tortured mind that it's like so memorable always, even though we hate him.
The three Dream Stooges.
I just wanted to make sure that the audience out there, for the Cyan lovers, I do love his parts of the game.
Yeah,
like I'm not shitting on
The
that.
Phantom Train is really an amazing
train,
part of
the Dream Stooges.
Yeah,
it's really pretty cool stuff. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to mention we got a amazing email from close friend of the show and impressive repository of nerd-related knowledge. Stephanie sent us an email about pigeon mail and how it actually functions.
Yeah, which I guess, and this makes a lot of sense. They know their home, and then you take them from home out on your journey, and then you can send letters back to that one spot.
You get them super lost. They figure out how to go back, and they take it back eventually.
And like, if you run out, you're fucked.
So it's a one-way mail system. You got to take birds with you, which is so badass for me to think about. Because she also mentioned that this is how the crows in Game of Thrones also work, and I was like, man, I wish they had brought that up. Like,
well, she said something about it's a storyline in the book that like they kill all the ravens of this one guy so that they can't get like the information back.
Yeah, but in the show, can you imagine a clock that's like, we're running out of birds? Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna be stuck. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I thought that was like a really fun piece of information.
Yeah. We should wrap up our thoughts on our premise of Celeste's dream being a thing where the whole world of ruin is Celeste died. It's a bunch of people wrote in that story I was referencing in that episode was An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge by Ambrose Bierce.
Yeah, where the guy is hanging and then he has a fantasy about escaping.
Right.
That's the whole story, but in reality, he just dies.
But the thing that throws a wrench in my whole idea is that at the end of the credits, it doesn't like cut to Celeste's dead body lying on the rocks bleeding.
Yeah, no, I think it firmly says that our theory is wrong.
Yeah.
But the fact that the second half of this game becomes like a dream logic is totally... It is. It falls into this logic that's completely different from the first
And
half.
it starts from the second she kills herself. Because
Yeah.
even in the world of ruin up until she kills herself, everything's super realistic.
Yeah, it's totally real. I mean, like, so real.
You're right. You know what?
But no, I know what you mean. Like, the continuity flows from point A to point B.
Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts on this game?
My final thoughts on it are that it's really good, and we could talk endlessly about how and why it's really good.
Yeah.
I think we hit on everything throughout the season of why it's really good, but, you know, to just sum it up for me, like, the totality of every little detail that they get right adds up to something, like, way bigger than
The sum is greater than the parts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I agree with that. I definitely loved this experience of playing Final Fantasy VI.
So, I mean, I think we're both in agreement here when ranking the games.
That's right. I
At numero uno is Final Fantasy VI.
Right.
Best Final Fantasy game.
Number 2, Final Fantasy IV.
Final Fantasy IV is number 2, and number 3 at a
Bringing
distant
up the rear.
third, a very, very distant third, is Final Fantasy I.
So that's where the list stands now. Guys, we're going to take a little time off. We're going to try to put this season together as quickly as
we're
possible.
not actually going to be taking time off, but it'll feel that way to you.
That's what I mean. Is like there's going to be a break before we can start airing new episodes. We need your support. We need you guys to stick with us. Please support us on Patreon. That's
Or give us reviews.
Give us reviews on iTunes. Patreon.com/NoCat. That's NOCKAT. Review us on iTunes and your podcast player of choice. Find us on Facebook and Twitter at NoCat Podcast. Let all of your friends know the season is done. You can binge it all now.
Yeah, now you can totally play along with it at your own pace if you want to. That's a thing that I love the idea of people doing.
Yeah.
Because I know for myself, when I'm playing a game, I always then, when I'm done playing it for the day, want to hear people, like, talk about it. I don't know what that is, but, like, I just wanted to.
I know what you mean. Oh, let's do the final Billboard segment of the season.
Yeah, let's go confront our terrible advertising agent.
Yeah.
I suspect lives in Kefka's tower.
Well, that's where I'm told that we're supposed to go, is to the top of Kefka's tower. So, let's land on that in our airship. Well, this place isn't that much better than the floating continent, to be honest.
Oh, man, you know what? I'll be happy to never have to haul my ass out to some busted-ass planet again to look at some god-awful abomination made out of guts and rocks.
Yeah, I would like to never come to another place like this again. But where is this billboard? What was that? Was that Apple weapon again?
I think there's Kefka on top of that big statue.
Oh, there he is. Look at this fucking clown. Kefka, we have some shit that we want to say.
I don't care what you have to say. You're the idiots who wanted to turn your passion into an advertisement. You really thought that was a good idea that could turn out well? Ha ha ha. You stupid humans are so easy to manipulate. You know that money isn't even real, right? It's all made up just to trap you in a box and make you keep working for things you don't care about. People like me thought it up, and you eat it up like little guinea pigs. Munch, munch, munch. Now feel the full wrath of my Renaissance statues as they rip you limb from limb.
Oh, no. No! 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 He really is evil! He knows what to do!
He doesn't care about anything!
Did we just game over?
We just game overed. What the fuck?
Fucking shit. In our own finale, we game over.
What the fuck? God damn it. God, you know what? This billboard thing, it was fun. Thank you to everybody who bought a billboard. It was an insanely fun thing to put these all together, but I don't want to do this anymore.
We have our own ideas for restructuring our advertising segment next season.
Yeah, we're going to change the billboard segment. We're not going to go into the world anymore. I've heard that there's a thing called the life stream.
Right.
That's like a thing that we can go into.
I hear in the next world we're going to be exploring that there's some new agey meditative concepts that you can slip in and out of and get all kinds of important messages across without going through middlemen.
Right, exactly. So we're going to go into the life stream, whatever that is, next season.
Yeah, we have no idea.
We really appreciate the people who bought billboards this year. So if you want a billboard for next season, we'll take orders for those now, but we're going to cut the price down to $25 a piece.
And the end product's going to be a little bit different.
Right. So get in touch with us at nocatpodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT. And we'll do a billboard for you guys that will be slightly different and slightly less expensive.
And I'll be honest, a little less work for us.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound lazy and ungrateful, but I'm going to be just a little bit.
But we need you guys to stick with us because this last season, season 3, has worn us down, and we are so excited to do this next season, but also it's like...
It's also going to take us longer to be ready to start putting out episodes because, as I'm sure many of you are aware, Final Fantasy VII is a big game.
It's a much longer game than Final Fantasy VI was, Before we close up here, I want to mention a couple other podcasts that have kind of become friends of the show.
Yeah, and other good shows for you to go check out while we're not producing episodes.
Yeah, some great independent podcasts like, well, first of all, Escape This Podcast.
Good friend. Our first podcast friends.
Yes.
Escape This Podcast.
That's right.
They do a live, like, escape room of the mind kind of
That's
thing,
right.
where every week somebody escapes from a room that they designed.
We were lucky enough to be guests on that, and that was a lot of fun. I want to thank our fellow audio-only Let's Players, Daniel K. Mm-hmm. Go check out Daniel K's Let's Plays. He's hilarious.
Very funny guy in Australia doing Let's Plays.
The Enchantment Podcast, where two guys are using a very similar format to us to play through the Dragon Age games.
Oh yeah, and if you like Dragon Age, I've listened to their first episode and it's great. You should go check them out.
There's also the Troidal Power Playthroughs podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Check that out.
All of us Let's Play podcasts gotta stick together.
Actually, there's a Discord that people have set up for audio-only video game Let's Plays that's really fun. You can go see what other people are trying to make this audio-only Let's Play thing happen. A lot of good people there. You can ask questions. You can communicate with all of us, and so go check that out on Discord. I also want to thank the Turtle Power podcast, who sent in a bunch of information about ham and going ham and stuff like that. That's a couple of guys are watching through those mutant turtle shows. You
How
know the
old
ones.
are you?
I thought
You're
it would
like,
be
Ryan,
fun to
I
say
never
that
told
way.
you this, but I'm 65.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Go
They're
listen to
heroes
them.
in a half shell, Jeff.
Yeah, you're right. Go listen to that podcast.
I also want to give a shout out to my friends over at Culture Shocked. Chris Statue, the owner of that website, makes a ton of podcasts about a lot of movies. Especially, he has a fun one where he's covering everything from Tales of the Crypt.
Mm-hmm. That sounds cool.
Yeah, a lot of just if you want to geek out on movies and TV.
There's a ton of other shows to listen to in the off season.
Yeah.
So go check them out. Guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys listening to this and coming on this journey with us. This has been one hell of an adventure.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's my takeaway from it, too, is like, I'm so glad I get to be doing this with you. That's not a position everyone gets to be in.
I know, I do feel so lucky to be playing games like this and making a show like this. Like, it's so fun to make this show. We hope that you join us next season. We hope that you've enjoyed this season. Re-listen to episodes in the meantime.
Yeah, go back and re-listen. We'll try to be in touch one way or another so that you're not just like lost out at sea thinking that we've forgotten to make the show.
We'll always be able to respond to tweets and Facebook shit and stuff like that, so do get in touch. Oh my god.
It feels weird signing off this time as opposed to other times. It feels like so much more like I shouldn't stop. How can this really be the end of this game? Are we sure we didn't miss some
did we
fucking
miss
thing?
a
Oh, right,
scene?
no, there's a shield.
Right, well, let's
You
go
gotta
back for the
fight
shield.
255 battles?
255 battles to get the cursed shield,
we
turn
still
it
got
into the
that
paladin
save
shield.
file.
We could do, let's go back to the save file. Let's do that right now.
Oh, God.
Well, with that, instead of your normal dessert, because it's going to be a little ways off, here's a little surprise sneak peek, a real first look at the next season of No One Can Know About This. Okay, so I have the car all packed up, I'm ready to go. Haley and I are about to hop in, and I'm going to go drive over to Ryan's house, pick him up, and then we're going to go to Game Dude. We're going to pick up Final Fantasy VII, and then we've rented a cabin for a week. We're going to drive up to Lake Arrowhead. We're going to spend the time in the cabin. We are going to play Final Fantasy VII for a week. Please join us. Here we go. Oh, yes! Oh, shit. She's in an alley? She's not in a dungeon. She's not in a weird fantasy dungeon. She's in an alley, and it's a cool city. Oh, this music rules. Wow, they look really, really terrible. Holy shit.
Come on, newcomer, follow me.
Look at this background.
Man,
There's a gem over
it's
there.
so good.
Yeah, this is great. I just want to appreciate this for a second. What am I supposed to do?
Go to Sector 7.
Right, which is where?
Through Sector 6.
Thank you. Where's Sector
Try going
6?
to the left.
I gotta go talk to Choco Billy over on the right side of the farm. I'm starting to
There we
really
go.
like it.
Oh man, dude, it's
It's beginning to set in.
Look at this
like,
shit.
Who I like.
Whoa!
That's
Oh, this
what we
is
saw
the
in the
tree.
distance.
It's a city. Now this is a
No.
floating city.
It's a casino.
It's the gold saucer. Oh my God! Look at this place. Holy shit! This is amazing.
Did you ever think you'd be so happy to enter the world of mini games?
Oh my God!
To the casino
I didn't
theme
even
park
realize.
of the gold
course, the
saucer.
casino is full of fucking mini games.
Welcome. Welcome to hell.
Welcome to fucking hell! I'm a piece of shit with some eyeballs. Enter me. He's at that age when he should be looking for a mate. You know, when the Moogle's four cocks
Before
rear
Mog
their
can
heads.
become an adult, he must learn how to arouse all four of his cocks simultaneously.
Once this process begins, he cannot stop it. Otherwise,
His heart will
his
explode.
heart. I think it might need to reduce even
It
more.
does. It's not ready yet.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's getting there.
it's starting to look like Sloppy Joe
Yes.
filling. I was like,
I see.
I was like, I think 2 is.
Wait,
gonna be-
two's made it.
He's coming.
Oh, shit.
He's
Oh,
coming.
gee, he's coming.
He's coming.
Oh my
He's coming
God.
up.
Do it.
He's coming
make
up.
it. Make it. Make it. Go. 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 Stay in first place. Come on. 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 Come on.
2 and 1. I have that card. I have that card.
You have that? When is the end of this fucking race? You did it!
I think I have 2 and
Dude.
3. Oh man,
Fuck,
I can
yes.
get into this. Actually, this is a somewhat
this
enjoyable
is-
activity.
Well, I mean, this is actual horse
This is
racing.
just gambling.
This is what horse racing is. What this is teaching me is that I could get into horse racing.
Sid!
Yeah.
Oh my God! I don't know how I didn't see that coming. Fuck, Shira! We got some guests. Get some tea. Fuck! Jesus fucking Christ!
Shut up, sit your ass down in that chair and drink a goddamn tea.
He's awesome. Of course you'd be like, this is probably the best game ever made.
know.
Whoa, you have a nose.
I know, God.
Hey, Eris. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck. Do you think this is when it happens? If things go on like this, then the meteor's gonna kill us all, right? I guess that's life. I wonder if, like, there's something that this town could do about it. We have something that goes into space, but I can't put 2 and 2 together.
What should we name this chicken?
They have the blood type for these characters.
What?
Tifa is blood type B, Barrett is type O. I've almost reached that point that we reached in season 1 where it's like, what am I doing? I've spent the last 4 days looking at this game. Ugh. We gotta be getting close to the end of disc 2, right?
I have no fucking idea, man. What to do? Have you lost your way? When that happens, we each have to take a good look at ourselves. There's always something in the deepest reaches of our hearts, and TM can help you find it.
Exactly. Ooh, a dancing frog.
You can release insects and frogs by pushing the OK button.
You can?
The reaction of insects and frogs differ depending on where you release them, so try it many different places.
What are you talking about?
And
What?
I just like my mind right now is not ready to see something like that. Oh God, I just don't give a shit. I don't know what it means. I've been kind of sick all day. I don't know what. Release insects and frogs, and then watch them, and then what? Just try releasing them in all kinds of spots.
Come on, Sid. Come on, Sid.
Each one of these fucking things gets a turn.
What the fuck? God! Is that enough MP to summon Phoenix or
I don't
what?
know. I hope
God
so.
damn it!
But I don't know. No.
No, it's not!
I gotta pee.
It's not!
Fuck.
What the fuck? God, what the fuck?
Suna. We probably need an all Asuna on somebody.
That's, you just put it on cloud.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't put a restore? I put a heal on Cloud?
You put revive on Cloud.
I put restore.
You put revive.
I just changed it.
You did not.
God, what am I doing? Where the oh yeah, I didn't change it. I can't. I can't do it. I can't. I'm losing my mind.
I got this. Take a break. Take a break. Oh my goodness. Sorry, just relax.
Yeah, I'm good. This is just like
It's fucking ridiculous.
mind breaking. I can't.
Well, because revive and restore. What the fuck? Do it. Do it. Just make this be it. Why can't this just be the end of him? God damn it! What the fuck?
Shut up. So what do you think about a system where there's a million espers and they all level up on their own?
I fucking hate it, man. I hate it. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate it, and I hate it in so many different ways. Oh, fuck.
Why did he go first?
I don't know.
Understand.
I don't understand that
I didn't
either.
select that first.
You didn't. You definitely didn't.
I don't get it. What the fuck?
I don't know. And the thing that's fucked up about that is that it's gonna kill his eyes, and then he's gonna come
and then he's gonna
revenge
stomp
stomp.
us.
It's gonna kill Cloud.
Oh, we're all miming mega elixirs. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot.
It might not be that bad, actually. Well,
No, it's bad because we're gonna use 3 mega elixirs.
Yeah. Well,
This is so
this is the
fucking
world we're in.
Take your fucking elixir! What the fuck? How many turns? Shit! Why? Son of a bitch! Ah!
He went straight after Suzuki.
Shut the fuck up! God!
I'm gonna piss my pants.
Then piss him! Fucking shut up! God damn it!
I'm crying. I'm sorry.
Oh my god! How am I getting worse? How am I getting worse at it?
What the fuck?
You've got to be shitting me! You've got to be kidding me! How many times does he get to?
You got that? Wait, that was a mega elixir?
Yes!
What? How long ago did you throw that?
Forever ago!
Holy shit!
Like 2 cycles ago, man!
my good God.
And now my magic is already fucking gone! No!
What the fuck was that? What was that? What was that? Why did he take Cloud
And
out?
his eyes are back.
What the fuck? His eyes are back?
And his eyes are back.
God damn it, man.
No. I don't know.
Oh my god.
How did I do worse that time than the first time?
I don't know that you did. I gotta pee. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.